Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Larry the Batman fan here. Hope everyone is doing well. So, today we finally got the third, this is the third package from Gimpy Ninja in the mail today. It wasn't expected until next week, but I got it early. So that's pretty awesome. He threw in a couple of comic books for free, which was very nice of him. It came in this thing, of course. Sent in this. I guess that was to keep them from getting messed up. So let's go ahead and get into this and I'll show you guys what I got. We have an Ultraverse Nightman comic book. I've never read Ultraverse. I don't know much about Ultraverse, to be honest with you. I've heard of it, but I never really read it. We have a Ultraverse Origins comic book right here. Another one of those. That's pretty cool. Look forward to checking those out. I haven't read Ultraverse before. It looks like a Animax or Animax. I've never heard of this before, but it looks like it's an old one because it says 75 cents on the logo here. So it's probably like from the 1980s or something. But yeah, and it has a sleeve with this one, which is nice. Excuse me. So here's the inside of the wrapping. Let's take that out. We got a bunch of this stuff I gotta cut. Looks like he didn't package this in, or with the bubble wrap. Ninja Gaiden 2. I've never played Ninja Gaiden 2. The only one I have is Ninja Gaiden 3 on the Nintendo Wii U. I have that one, but never played this one or Ninja Gaiden Black on the original Xbox. And it's an exclusive to Xbox 360. But the Ninja Gaiden series, from what I know, is a pretty awesome ninja game. And it's a lot of fun. So definitely look forward to playing that. I also did pick up Ninja Gaiden Sigma, which is on PS3. And I know they also made Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. I don't have that one. I have the first one, though. Here's Split Second. A very fun racing game that I have a lot of nostalgia for. Me and Ricky, my friend Ricky, enjoy playing this game. It really is a blast with me and him playing this game. It kind of reminds me of Burnout in a way. So it's pretty cool. I'm glad to have this game in my collection. And of course, Prey for Xbox 360, which I've never played. I played the Prey game on PS4, but I never played this one. Is this a display box? It says display only. What is this? That's interesting. He has a display box here, but I hope it's not a like a bootleg or a one of those like demo discs. It doesn't look like it from this. It looks like it's the actual thing, but the box says display only, like it's a display box or something. That's weird. But yeah, Prey is a first-person shooter from what I looked up. I've never played it on 360, but I look forward to playing it. It looked pretty cool. Alright, these I'm going to have to cut open, so I have to set this camera down for a moment. Bear with me, folks. Just hang tight, folks. Just trying to open these up. We got a lot of games to cover. I got probably about 40 games here. Right. Alright, sorry about that, folks. I know y'all were waiting like 3 or 4 minutes here. Well, we got a bunch of games to talk about that I got here in this lot. You gave me a really good deal. We settled on $200 on the majority of this stuff. I did buy 7 games separately, though. Although there was one Nintendo 3DS game he couldn't find. So I ended up getting an extra Xbox 360 game in its place. But Mr. Gimpy Ninja is awesome. He's a pretty good guy here on eBay. I just had to mention that, guys. I know I talked about him in the past, but he's pretty good about what he sells and everything, and does a good job. And he doesn't like selling non-functional garbage or games that are too scratched that will not work. So there were a couple of games that I wanted, like Fighters Mega Mix, and also Die Hard Arcade for the Sega Saturn. But unfortunately, he couldn't get them to work. They were too scratched up. So I didn't end up with those, unfortunately. Anyways, here we are. We have Super Monkey Ball 3D for the 3DS. Just the cart, no case. Which I'm not really super thrilled about, but I wanted to come through and help him, so I willingly accepted a cart only this time and a couple of disc games that were not complete. So yeah, pretty cool. Now we also have this game, which if the stupid camera will focus, I could show you. I think it's called Hollywood Games or something. No, it won't focus. Let's see, it's called James Norr's Hollywood Games. That's what it's called. It's a detective game. Then we have Chrono Cross, which I'm stoked to have this. Like, it was interesting to see you had this for $20 with free shipping. So, of course, I got this. I think it's complete. Sounds like it's complete in there. It's not missing a disc or anything. And then the PS3 games. And there was one PS3 game I couldn't get because it was too scratched, he said. And that was the original Resistance game. Little Big Planet 2. So I like the Little Big Planet games. I know they're kiddie games, and they're not exactly like the most like adult game, but they do have some fun. they're creative and the level designs are interesting to me. So I do enjoy the Little Big Planet games every now and then. So plus I didn't have Little Big Planet 1, 2, or 3, or Little Big Planet Karting. I didn't have that one either. So it's nice to have this. Here we have an Xbox 360 game, the first Dead Space game. I've heard good things about this, of course. The first two Dead Space games and Extraction on the Wii are excellent. The third one is the one that gets a bad rep, because the third one's not as scary as the first two. And the Wii version, that one plays more like a Unreal shooter. It's not really that scary, but the first two Dead Space games are supposedly rather, super scary. Yeah, I look forward to playing this. It's supposedly a horror game. Certain horror games, though, they do trigger me, though. They get me, like, all scared and shit. You know, I can't handle Alan Wake. Alan Wake was just too damn scary. And so is Deathmark. Honestly, that game freaked the hell out of me. But I'll give it a try and we'll see. Lost Planet Extreme Condition. This is a good game. I played this before. I played it on the PS3. I did once get this game at Pastime Legends, but the disc was super scratched up. So I had to return it and get a different game. But yeah, it's a good third-person shooter game where you kill like bugs and aliens and stuff. Pretty fun game. Homefront. This is a good shooter. I have heard that the campaign is short in it though, but you know, I'm not really bothered by short campaigns. Sometimes it's okay with me. What's in here? Is there something in here? No, just a disc. Must have just been the case. It's not. Oh, there we go. The case wasn't closed, so I thought maybe something was in there. But yeah, Homefront. I look forward to playing this. I have never played it. I've heard the second game, Homefront 2, The Revolution, is a piece of crap. But the first one is actually decent. So it's kind of like Kane and Lynch. The first Kane and Lynch game was really good, but the second one was really bad. Which is why they never made a third Kane and Lynch game. Bloodborne, he didn't have a lot of PS4 games left that I was interested in. A lot of them were the NBAs, the MLB, the show games, Madden, and a couple of non-sports games like Anthem and Agony that just didn't really appeal to me. So I just got this and Uncharted 4. So I look forward to playing this. I've never played it. I've seen some gameplay on it though. It's like a hack and slash game where you kill monsters. So it looks interesting and very challenging too. Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, obviously a great game. I played this. It's a third-person shooter, and it mixes climbing and puzzle solving in the game to get from point A to point B. It's a good game, and I highly recommend it. It's probably the best. It is the best game on PS3. Not probably. It is the best PS3 game, or PS4 game rather. Best game you could buy for PS4, and it's only like $10 at GameStop or $9 at GameStop. It's worth a buy. Resistance 2, pretty good shooter. Definitely recommend the Resistance games. They're a lot of fun. You kill aliens in the game. It's a blast to play. Definitely look forward to playing this again. Need for Speed Shift. There was actually 2 Need for Speed games that I was looking for Xbox 360. I was looking for this and Rivals, but he didn't find Rivals. He just found Shift. But it's still nice to have Need for Speed Shift in there. So now I have the second game that I got from him, Need for Speed Shift 2, and the original Need for Speed Shift. So it's pretty cool. Portal 2, I've heard good things about. It's not a shooting game. A lot of people think of it as a shooting game because you shoot the ground and shoot the air. It's more or less a puzzle-solving game from getting to point A to point B. I will try this game out. I've heard very good things about the game. I just have never played it, so it's nice to finally have Portal 2. And of course, I'm not a huge like Wii U fan because there isn't that many games that I would buy for the Wii U. But there's no denying you gotta have Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. Like this is a excellent game. The whole series is excellent. I do have this game on the 3DS, but if I want to play it on the TV with friends, this is the way to go. Like, cause the 3DS version, you can't really do that. You know, you can't unless you like take turns on the 3DS or somebody has like another 3DS where you can like link, like system link, handheld link. You know, otherwise you can't play two players on the 3DS version. You can only do that with this version. But yeah, this is an excellent game. I definitely look forward to playing that. Okay. Move that over there. This over here. Alright, the next stack. Rampage Total Destruction. Also available on GameCube and the PS2. And it might have been on Xbox, but I'm not entirely sure. This is a good game. You get the original Rampage from the NES. You get the two that were on the N64. And then you get the Wii version of Rampage. So that's a good collection. There might be one Rampage game that's missing. I think there was one on Game Boy or Game Boy Color. I don't think they had that one in there. But other than that, it's pretty awesome. You get all those games. The original Rampage, Rampage World Tour, and I think Rampage 2 is on here, and Rampage Total Destruction. So 4 games for one is pretty dope. And it's a decent Wii game, you know. Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Of course I was going to get this for good things about this game. Although I have heard that there is some sorcery in this game, which does bother me, because I don't like games with sorcery in it. So hopefully that's not the case. But I know that the Elder Scrolls is an epic RPG. I've never played the first two, but I have played the third game. And I've also played Oblivion, and this is the 5th one. Hopefully we'll get a 6th game in a series. That would be awesome if we had a 6th game come out for PS5 and Xbox Series X. Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. I've heard that this game is okay. I actually did play this game before. It's okay. It's not like the greatest Resident Evil game in the world because you don't play as like Leon Kennedy. You don't play as Jill Valentine or Chris Redfield or any of those characters. You don't play as Alice. You're playing as like a like army dude. And then you got like 3 soldiers that are with you throughout the game. So it's different in that sense that you're not really playing as a main protagonist. You're just playing as some generic stormtrooper army looking dude. And you got 3 guys that are with you going through the levels, shooting and killing zombies and fighting these giant ass mutated dogs and stuff. But it's not the worst Resident Evil game in the series. The worst one in the series is Survivor on PS1, which I never played that one. But I've heard that that game is a disaster. But yeah, I definitely do want to give this game a go again, see how it is. I remember it briefly, and I remember it being an okay shooter, but not as scary as some of the other Resident Evil games, like Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, and even 4 had some scary moments in it as well. Borderlands 2, I could have sworn I had Borderlands 2 on the PS3, but could not find it. I don't know where it is or what happened to it. I might have gotten traded off or something, but it's nice to have this back. Game Party 3, I actually do like the Game Party games. I thought that they were fun mini games. I have heard Game Party Champion sucks for the Wii U. I've heard that one sucks, but Game Party 1, 2, and 3 on the Wii were okay. They're not bad mini games. A lot better than 30 Great Games and the Deca Sports series, which really suck. Um, but it's definitely not on the level of Mario Party 8 or 9 for the Wii or any of the Mario parties. But it's still a decent game. The pool billiards game in this is a lot of fun. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. This was Call of Duty at its finest, at its peak. This was like the greatest Call of Duty game ever made. Like, and nothing's going to top it or change my mind that this game was that damn good. It's definitely worth a play. You can also get it on the Wii or the PS3. Battlefield Bad Company. I did not have this in my Xbox 360 collection, so I'm glad to add this one. It's a good shooting game. I need to play it, honestly. Snowcross 2 for PS2. This is a racing game where you're on like a snowmobile. Looks like a lot of fun. I look forward to playing that. It's made by Crave Entertainment, which I hate because they make a lot of bad games, but the Snowcross series is dope. Crash Bandicoot, Mind Over Mutant. I love Crash Bandicoot. A lot of fun. Um, I don't think I ever played this before, but I look forward to playing it. I know this was also available on PlayStation 2 as well. I think it was also available on the Wii and the PS3. But it's a typical platform game, and it should be good. Looks like it's no manual, but I'm okay with that as long as the disc is not scratched up. Crash Nitro Kart. I do have this on GameCube, I believe, but it's nice to have it on PS2 as well. See if which one has the better graphics. I usually don't own more than one copy of a game unless I really like the game. I'm not like the real G Money Harrison who's gonna get like the same exact game for like every console. Like, I just don't normally do that because it's a waste of money. But yeah, there it is, complete. And Arc the Lad here, which I did have a copy of this in the past. Twilight of the Spirits. I either had this or I had the other one. I had one of them, but I couldn't find it. I don't know what happened to it, but it's nice to have this. So now I have Arc the Lad, Twilight of the Spirits. It looks like this is in a Blu-ray case. What is this? Let's see. Oh, that's right. He sent the Spec Ops games like this since they were released as Ranger Elite and Stealth Patrol. And I have Stealth Patrol on the shelf, but that game is really scratched up, so I can't play it. But it's nice to have another copy so I can actually play it. Both of them. They're stealth shooters, tactical shooters. But yeah, definitely cool. Dead Island looks like the Platinum Hits version, which I'm okay with. Dead Island's a really good horror game. I recommend that. Siphon Filter, the Omega Strain. That was interesting. He had Siphon Filter in here. I've had a couple of copies in the past, but I know my ex-girlfriend Vanessa ended up with a PS2 and a bunch of games, and I remember giving her Siphon Filter, the Omega Strain. So that was when I was dating Vanessa. Now we're no longer together. But yeah, I remember that game. I remember it being an okay game. Not the greatest Siphon Filter game in the world. The best ones are on the PlayStation 1. Siphon Filter 1, 2, and 3. Those were the best. And I know there's also Dark Mirror and Logan's Shadow, something like that. And they were on the PSP originally, but they did get PS2 ports. And the third-person shooter games. Halo 2, one of the best, actually the best Xbox original game. Like, this game was damn good. Definitely recommend this game. If y'all haven't played this game, this is definitely one that I highly recommend if you have an original Xbox in 2023. This is a game you must buy. It is great, and it only costs you about $10. So you have no excuses. It's one of the best games ever made. Midway Arcade Treasures 2. This is good. It's a bunch of like arcade games that you get. You get all the Mortal Kombat games. You get Gauntlet. You get Spy Hunter games. And you get all those games there that are mentioned on the back. Really cool game. The game was also released on PS2 and GameCube as well. And there's also a first game and a third game. And Midway Arcade Treasures Extended Play for the PSP. And it was also Midway Arcade Origins on PS3 and Xbox 360. Reckless, the Yakuza Missions. It's a driving game. Got that for cheap. Nice to have that. Then we have Fuel for PS3. We have Demon Souls. We have Battlefield Hardlines for Xbox 360. I know this was also on Xbox One, PS4, and PS3. So look forward to playing that. And then we have at the bottom here, we have Sled Storm, which I look forward to playing. And there is some like loose disc games in that box. I'm gonna have to check that box just to see where they're at. But I know there's like 10 loose disc games in there, unless he didn't send them or something. So yeah. Well, that's basically everything that I got to show. I thank you guys for tuning in, and I thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a great day, and God bless you all. Take care, and thanks for watching. Thank you, Gimpy Ninja, for this package. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.